Hey YouTube, it's Acid Cat bringing you another World War II video. In today's video, I will be discussing perk locations, costs, and what they do. Before we get started, I would like to mention that I am going to be doing a narration over today's video instead of doing a live gameplay commentary in hopes of keeping the video feeling a little bit more clean instead of a bunch of cuts everywhere and making it feel jumpy. So without further ado, I hope you enjoy the video and let's get right into it. Before we jump into game, I would like to mention there are 3 mods that will affect your perks. Pack Mule will be replacing your Mule Kick perk, so you will now have to add it to a loadout. Hoarder is going to allow you to carry an additional perk, and there is another one over to the right 2 spaces from Hoarder that is called Stubborn, and it will allow you to keep all your perks the very first time you're revived. Alright, so now that we're in game, the first perk you're going to run across is Quick Revive. Now, this is the only perk with special mechanics, so I'm just going to give it a rundown really quick. So for solo, you can buy it a total of 3 times, and it's going to cost you 500 points. It will also act as a self-revive rather than a quick revive, so whenever you go down, it's going to pick you up and remove itself from your inventory. In co-op, you're going to have to pay 1,500 points. You can buy it as many times as you need. It's going to act as the name suggests, a quick revive, and it will remove itself from your perk slots in the order that you purchased it. One other thing I forgot to mention before we jumped into game, while we're still on the topic of quick revive, you can actually unlock self-revive consumables through crates. You can use up to 2 per match, and you can kind of stockpile them as you get them. As you can see, I have 84 right now. For the next perk you'll most likely run across, you're going to first have to activate all 3 of the gas valves, hit the pilot light, and once you jump down, stamina will be directly in front of you, assuming you're facing the path leading up to the power generator. The perk will cost 2,000 points, and what it's going to do is increase your max movement speed, and it will let you sprint for an infinite amount of time, assuming you don't take too sharp of a turn. For the next perk you'll most likely run across in your gameplay, as soon as you enter the bunker, it's going to be directly in front of you for 2,000 points. This perk is the increased melee damage perk, and what it does is it's going to make all zombies 1 hit up until round 16, where it will revert back to a 2 hit. The next perk will be through this left bunker door for 1,500 points. Just follow the path down, and it will be at the end of the path to the right side. This perk is going to be faster reload speed, so essentially speed cola for 3,000 points. I don't think much else is needed here. It should be pretty self-explanatory. So for the next perk, we're going to turn right around, go through the electric trap on the right, and right in front of you will be electric cherry. This perk is going to cost you 2,000 points, and what it will do is it's going to send out an electric pulse every time you reload, zapping zombies that are nearby and sometimes killing them. For the last perk, I'm going to have you go back to the spawn room, and on the left hand side in the back where you start, you're going to find the pub door, enter the pub, and inside you will find your increased weapon damage perk for 2,000 points. Now this perk is essentially just a damage multiplier for your weapons. And finally we're going to talk about Jug, or the lack thereof. So first I'm going to go ahead and start out with the locations. There's going to be 5 different armor machines around the map. The first one you just saw. The second armor machine is going to be down in the morgue, which is the right side of the bunker, just there. Should be pretty easy to find. For the third armor location, it's going to be down in the laboratory, and if you have the salt mine open, it will be directly down in front of you as soon as you take your first turn. Following along, we're going to go ahead and go up the stairs in the back of the laboratory, and you will find your 4th armor location, or you can actually come from the courtyard, which is this area right here, and it would be a little more straightforward. And the 5th and final location will be at the pub, right under your double tap perk. Okay, so now that we got the locations out of the way, I'm going to go ahead and go over the pricing. So when you first jump into game, it's going to be 500 points. As you can see, I already have armor in this match, so it was 1,000 for me. From there, it's going to increase to 1,500. Then it's going to go up to 2,000. For the 5th purchase, it's going to be 2,500. The 6th time is going to cost 3,000 points. The 7th time is going to run you 4,000 points. The 8th time will be 5,000. The 9th time is going to be 7,500. Finally, on the 10th purchase, it's going to cost you 10,000 points, which is also the price that it will cap out at. And just to demonstrate here, I went ahead and showed that it's going to cost 10,000 points whether you are missing 1 shield or all of your shields. The price will not vary dependent on how much armor you have. It's always going to be the same price, whether you're replacing 1 shield or all of your armor. So to go ahead and end off this video, I'm just going to have a few clips of me running around the map, getting perks and whatnot, just to show the animations. But I would also like to mention that in the future, if I do any perk videos on DLC maps or anything like that, it's just going to be me showing the locations. I just don't see the need to go in depth like this again, because they're all the same on all the other DLC maps. There was no additional perks being added or anything like that. So, yeah, the only thing you really need to know is the locations. But with all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.